What is going on, Dork Squad? So the brand new wave of LEGO One Piece sets have officially been revealed, and I have been dying to take a look at these and make a video about them on the channel. We have a tier list here. We're gonna go through and put all the sets on where I believe they belong in this tier list, all the way from must buy, amazing set, and minifigures, which I think you could guess what that means. Good minifigures, which probably means the set isn't the best, but the minifigures are looking really good. Overpriced, but still a pretty cool set. And then we have the Pass of Doom, which means the set is almost an instant no buy. So without further ado, grab your straw hats and let's get into our first set, which is one that was revealed already a little bit ago, and that is the Gum Fruit, coming in at $99.99 CAD and 482 pieces. Now, in my opinion, this is a really cool display set. I think it's really nice. You get two minifigures in here, that being Young Luffy, which if you didn't get Young Luffy in the first wave from the Windmill Village Hut set, I highly recommend you either grab this set or go pick up this set, because honestly, if you're a One Piece fan, you're gonna want that Shanks figure. It's probably gonna go up in a couple years. But as for this set itself, while it is a cool display piece and the two minifigures are great, I don't have a stretchy Luffy yet. There's still some sets from wave 1 I'm not able to get. I honestly think it's a little overpriced. I think it's cool, but ultimately overpriced, and I'm probably gonna pass on this unless Netflix sends me them for free. Okay, my bad. That's the only time I'll do it. The next set up is one I'm actually really conflicted on. In one hand, I love this in concept. In reality, though, I'm not sure how I feel about the Tony Chopper brick built set. No minifigures in this set, unfortunately. Not even like a little version of Chopper, which I think would have been cool to include in this set. Again, I think it is a nice display piece, but ultimately, I'm not really into these brick built sets, and I don't like what they did with his like cheek area, and how there's like it pops out and there's a weird space between his eyes and the hat. Unfortunately for you Chopper fans, this set is probably going to be a pass for me. Also, if you want to rate these for yourself using this tier list, you can find it in the description, or if you're on PC, probably in the iCard right here, unless I forget. Now, finally, we have an actual set to look at with, like, minifigures and a display, and that is Dr. Harlick's Hideout. Now, this is a really cool set, coming with 3 minifigures. This is obviously from the Chopper flashback episode in Season 2, and we even get our own little Chopper. Before we look at the minifigs, I think the build is really cool. I don't know if this is a set I would personally display over other sets I have. I really like the interior of it. They did a really good job at condensing Harlick's Hideout into a Lego set, but honestly here I do think the minifigures are carrying this set. Now, for one, Chopper is absolutely adorable. I love this little minifigure. His hat isn't the right color. For some reason they went with a hot pink, where Chopper's hat is red. It is not pink at all. There's maybe some shots where it could pass as that, but I don't know how they got down to this color, but it doesn't bother me that much. We still at least have a Chopper, and he does look pretty cute, all things considered. Harlick looks absolutely great. I love the dual molded hat and hairpiece. That is phenomenal. I hope we get a hairpiece in this set like they did with Luffy and Shanks with their straw hats, and Zoro with his do-rag, but honestly, who knows? And as for Dr. Kareha, while this is the outfit she was wearing in the episode, I would have much preferred her more iconic outfit that she wears for majority of her screen time. I think this set is honestly a perfect example of good minifigs. Hold on, I didn't even look at the price. How much is this? $42. Especially for a license set. Yeah, I guess that's expected for a set around here. So yeah, I think I'm comfortably putting this in the good minifig set, but I don't overly care for the build, or at least not enough to call it amazing. Now, looking in at our next set, Showdown with Captain Smoker, coming in at $99.99 CAD again. Really expensive sets when it comes to the One Piece wave, I'm gonna be honest. But man, I'd be lying to you if I didn't tell you the minifigures in this set is absolutely stacked. Now, when it comes to the build, man, oh man, I struggle to see the $100 set. This is maybe more of a $45, $50 set, but I don't think this is a $100 set. But it is extremely accurate to the live action, to the surroundings they were in, and I mean, look at these minifigures. They even gave Luffy a different pants print to technically make it a different minifigure and not a repeat, which he also did have the brown pants in the episode, so that literally just popped in my brain. I thought he was wearing his blue shorts for some reason. But Sanji, Dragon, what? Of all the figures I thought we would get out of LEGO OPLA Wave 2, Dragon was on the very, very bottom of my list, along with Sabo. So to see Dragon actually get a minifigure here is, again, the same way I feel with Shanks. This is going to be a set you're going to want to get, especially if you're a collector, because in the future, I think these minifigures are going to be an insane amount to buy on the second market. I think some of these minifigures are going to be absolutely insane to buy on the secondhand market. Look at what's happening with Ninjago. One Piece is the most popular comic book of all time at this point, so I would recommend grabbing these sets while you can for at least the minifigures. I'm telling you, get the Windmill Village hut, even if you're not a One Piece fan. This Shanks figure is gonna pay for your kid's college if you're not a One Piece fan. And if you're a One Piece fan, you get the flex that you could pay for your kid's college, but that little brat can pay it for himself. We ain't giving up our Shanks. Also, the Smoker figure, I think, looks really good here, just as a final little note on here. Now, again, back to the set, getting more of a look at it. I really like Smoker's little vehicle, but other than that, I'm not the biggest fan of the set itself. I'm more really into the minifigures with this wave so far, but I think the pieces that come with Cinder will make a really, really good custom for like Ash or Cinder for Dragon's Rising fans. So with all that considered, I don't think it's good enough to put this in the amazing tier just because I don't much care for the actual build, but the minifigures are outstanding and it's absolutely going above Parallax Hideout. This is the best set we've seen so far. Alright, coming in at our last three sets and some of the bigger sets out of this wave. The first one is Dory versus Brogy, the Giants of Little Garden, and this is basically like a battle pack for One Piece. All we get in this set are minifigures and two brick-built minifigures with technically, you could say, a set part with that where Mr. 3 went to free Zoro, Vivi, and Nami, which, by the way, it is a shame that we are not getting Little Garden, Nami, and Vivi in these sets, or even Sanji, or Luffy. It's a shame that we're not getting the other Little Garden figures, to be perfectly honest with you. It does kind of suck. But, taking a look here, I love the brick-built Dory and Brogy. This is probably my favorite set so far. This is going to be a really fun build. I'm not big on brick-built figures, but I think this is probably the best way to do the Giants in One Piece. And now let's take a look at this minifigure list, because let's be honest, that's what most of us are here for. And I mean, these are amazing. All of these look ripped straight out of the arc. I'm looking at Mr. 3 and Miss Golden Week specifically being exclusive minifigures to this set with some really, really cool molds. Now, if you're a One Piece fan, you know there's a chance some of these figures might come back, like Mr. 3, for example, but for all we know, this could be the only time we get them in any sets, and they look really good. My only complaint would be, again, I wish they gave Miss Golden Weeks the mini legs, the ones that, like, these ones, like, the ones that are on, like, rocks, you know, like, the mini legs that move that they introduced with the Harry Potter reboot sets. I would much prefer those over the legs that just can't move. I don't know, I just don't like that mold. And of course, we have
Otter wearing pajamas, riding a vulture with a machine gun. And for you to...
All glazing considered, this set is absolutely going in the amazing set and minifigures category. Almost a must-buy, to be honest, but these next two sets I think beat it out by a long margin. And one of those sets is the Battle at Drum Castle, coming in at $154.99 CAD. So a little bit pricey for this set, I'm not gonna lie. But as we're taking a look at it here, this is an awesome set. This looks so much like Drum Castle. This looks almost out of the manga. This is a build where you can recreate scenes from the live action and the manga, in my opinion. The minifigure selection is great, coming with all new versions of the Straw Hats we've already gotten, I really love the Luffy and Nami figures, as well as we finally have a Vivi figure and this Wapol figure. Oh my god, dude, they are cooking with the mold pieces for this line of sets. Like, wow. Of course, we get another Chopper in there, and once again, Sanji. Again, look at them straight out of the live action. I am really impressed with the minifigures out of the Lego One Piece line. My only complaint would be that they could have gave Luffy some arm printing right here. But other than that, I'm blown away by these minifigures, and all of these are outstanding. And back to the build lastly, this is the thing that I can definitely see you playing with if you're a younger fan, but also this is gonna be a great piece to just display in the background of my videos or in your own home. So, with all of that considered, I think you can guess where this is going to go, but we're putting this all the way up at the must-buy. This is a fantastic set with great minifigures. I'm not the greatest fan of the price, but I don't think it's anything too abysmal considering we have stuff like Lego Star Wars lurking out there trying to scavenge every single penny out of your wallet. And our last set for the wave is the biggest set, the most expensive set, and finally another pirate ship for a Lego Pirates theme. And that is Garps Marine Battleship, coming in at $249.99 CAD. A lot of dollars right there. But giving ourselves a look at the set, you could see where that money is going in this absolute behemoth of a ship. Now, I did get the Going Merry up there, and I absolutely love this set. It was such an amazing build. I don't have the Baratier. Hopefully one day I can get that. But luckily in this set, we do get some of those minifigures reused in Kobe, Garp, and Helmeppo, which is great for me if I never end up getting my hands on the set, because I'll be able to get them in here alongside amazing minifigures like Miss All Sunday. Oh my god. This minifigure is an absolute must-buy alone, whether you're gonna get the set. This is a fantastic minifigure, looks ripped straight out of the live action and anime, and I love the dual molded piece. Again, they continue to cook on the molds in this wave. We have a new Usopp and Nami. I love the new face print we have there for Nami with her glasses, and we do have a reuse of Zoro in this set, but again, this was the outfit he was wearing in the episode, so you can't really complain about that. Oh, and we also have Tashigi in this set as well. I almost forgot. Tashigi fans, there you go, although she's probably gonna end up being in some Alabasta sets along with Smoker. Door Squad, just look at this build, look at how fantastic it looks. This is no doubt a great display piece for older fans of One Piece, and I imagine if you're a younger fan, you're gonna have a fun time building this and playing around with it and figuring out if you can get it to float in water somehow. So, surprising no one, I'm putting this set at the top of the must-buy tier because this set is absolutely fantastic. Completely stacked with amazing minifigures and that Miss All Sunday. Amazing build. Yeah, it's a bit of a steep price, but you can see what you're paying for when you look at the set versus some other sets where you're like, why is this so expensive? But Door Squad, this is my tier list for the Lego OPLA Wave 2 sets. Let me know down below what you guys think of this wave of sets. Are you a One Piece fan and do you plan on getting any of these, or are you passing up on the wave entirely? I'd love to hear all your thoughts down in the comment section below. It is your place to discuss. And before we go, depending on when I get this video out, today I will be streaming live me building the 4 weapons blacksmith shop. Once again, thank you to Lego for sending over this set. If you're watching this on the day the video is uploaded, I should be streaming at around 11 to 12 EST, which may even be when this video is uploaded. I have no idea when I'm going to be able to get this video done. But with all that out of the way, I want to thank my wonderful channel members for supporting the channel and videos just like this. If you'd like to support the channel financially, you can click that join button down below to view all the available price points and perks. With that being said, I'm Garmerdork. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.